YouTubers, this is your cameraman, Dana Jusky, for this new update video for September 6, 2022. And yesterday we had just Labor Day, and it's raining really hard right on like a Labor Day. And that's how I made the video from the Labor Day video yesterday, when I showed you that. Summer's nearly over, and the grass eventually might be growing again. And we didn't have a good summer. This summer's been pretty hot. We didn't have any cool days, and we didn't have any a lot of rainy days, but we had some hot days. But some hot days it has some rain when the rain breaks the heat. Yep. That we had to go through for the whole entire summer. And so next summer's going to be like a little bit better, maybe a little bit cooler as compared to this summer. Yep. And right now it's raining outside in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. And also these are the things I got today at the book sale from the Pottsville Library over here. Yep. I go there every first day of the month. Like, usually I go on Mondays, but this month I only went on Tuesday because Labor Day libraries doesn't open. Maybe in New York they don't open it. Yep. And the first day back to school in New York is going to be on September 8th. But here in Pennsylvania they did it pretty early, right on the 24th day of just August. It's about nearly like 2 weeks ago. Yep. Without a further ado, here's some things that I got from the book sale over here from today. It was sunny earlier, and then now it's starting to rain again. Here's a DVD like the Underdogs, the Perils of Sweet Polly Bread. 12 episodes. And this DVD of the Underdog cartoons was released in 2016. I like these Underdog cartoons. They're voiced by Wally Cox. The only thing was missing on there was Tennessee Tuxedo, Commander McBride, The Hunter, King Leonardo, Klondike Cat, the Go-Go Gophers, and Tuna Turtle. It's only about 120 minutes of these episodes. And this DVD was released in 2016 by Classic Media, and it's owned by Sony. This is the exact company when it had Rocky and Bullwinkle, the complete seasons. Came out during the 2000s. Okay, the next one we got here, like a couple of those Ernest DVDs. You know how much I do like Ernest. Jim Barry plays the Ernest in exact films during the 1980s or 90s. And he was the voice of Sling in Disney's Toy Story films till he died in 2000. Let's start with Ernest Wacky Adventures Volume 1. It has Ernest in the Army, Ernest Rides Again, Ernest Greatest Hits, and Ernest Greatest Hits Volume 2. Yep. This could be from like one of his it could be from one of his commercial outtakes. Something I used to have on VHS back then. Released from Image Entertainment in 2012. I'll show you what it looks like. You know how much I like Ernest. And here's another one, the Ernest movies collection, like Ernest in the Army, Ernest Goes to Africa, Hey Vern, It's Ernest, It's My Family album. During the late 80s, when Ernest was popular, he made some films for Touchstone, like Ernest Goes to Camp and Ernest Saves Christmas. This is released on DVD from RLJ Entertainment in 2015. God, I do like Ernest. Ernest makes me laugh. He ain't exactly Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones or in the Star Wars movies. Okay, the next one we got here is Tequila Sunrise with Mel Gibson, Michelle Pfeiffer, Kurt Russell. Co-stars with Raul Julia and J.T. Wallach, the one from Good Morning Vietnam. It And it says a blazing design of superpower, satisfaction bleed of action and romance by Peter Travis by People magazine. And this DVD was released in 1997, one of the early Warner Home Video releases of the DVD title. There's a snap case, what it looks like. This is a pretty good movie. God, I do like Raul Julia. His last film was the Street Fighter in 1994. He did a couple of those Addams Family movies during the 90s. And this is going to be in letterbox. Now I got some VHS tapes I'll be putting on eBay. Let's start with the MGM musical tape of That's Entertainment. That's Entertainment is about when MGM celebrated their 50th anniversary. When it was built in 1924, it was marked the 50th anniversary in 1974. Yep, and this is the 1994 reissue. Yep. This is MGM's 70th birthday, and this film is going to be 20 years old. Has some guest stars from Frank Sinatra, to Gene Kelly, to Fred Astaire, to Mickey Rooney, to Elizabeth Taylor, to Peter Lawford, to Jimmy Stewart, to Liza Minnelli, and Bing Crosby. And they show the clips of over 100 MGM musicals, like from the films from Fred Astaire, to Gene Kelly, to Judy Garland, to Esther Williams. I got my own That's Entertainment copy, 1986, on VHS. In the musicals, Great Musicals Collection clamshell that I showed you in my previous videos. Yep. I don't see any print date on it. Soon I have to get the 1983 first reissue. It originally came out from CBS MGM Home Video back in 1980, or was it in 81? Now we got here another film that Gene Kelly appeared in Three Musketeers. It stars with Lana Turner, June Allison, Ben Heflin. Also co-stars with Angela Lansbury, Frank Morgan, and Teeny Lynn and Vincent Price. This is a pretty good swashbuckling movie. This is the only time Gene Kelly doesn't do singing and dancing. He was mostly being like a hero. If I were you, I'd have Errol Flynn in it. And this VHS, and this copy of the Three Musketeers is the 1992 reissue. Originally came out in 1985 in the MGM UA Home Videos, the Great Books on Video Collection series. This is a pretty good tape. No print date on it. I'll be putting this on eBay in the very near future. Hold on. The third VHS I got here is Lana and the Pussycat with Barbara Streisand and George Segal. I think I showed you that in one of my previous update video when I was showing you like all my Columbia Pictures VHS tapes update was back in April. And this copy of Owl and the Pussycat is the 1988 reissue from Good Times Home Video, recorded it right on LP. I'll show you what the tape looks like. On the beginning of this tape, it starts with the picture quality sign, and then the 1979 FBI warning screen, and these films are sold for home use only. That's a legal notice. And we watch all those Columbia tapes. They have that during the 80s. The next, I got here some Disney books. I got it in the book sale, and they're pretty cheap. Let's start with the paperback of the Aristocats. And this book was published in 1986. Same time as out with the read-along. And I do like the Aristocats. Yep, it's a wonderful Disney classic. One of the voices I know I can recognize in the Aristocats were Eva Garbar, the one from the TV show Green Acres, and she does the voice of Also, the Bianca and the Rescuers and Rescuers Down Under. Phil Harris is O'Malley, the one who does the voice of Baloo in the Jungle Book, and in Little John and Robin Hood, and the voice of Patu the Dog and Rockadoodle. And he was used to be on the Jack Benny radio show. Also has Scatman Crothers as one of the Cats' voices. Paul Winchell was one of the actual voices. And also it had Sterling Holloway as the mouse, the one who does the Winnie the Pooh, and the Treasure Cat and Alice in Wonderland. Yep. Yep. This was released in Troll Associates in 1986. Now here's something I can put on eBay that is like Walt Disney's fun-to-read library, like Pinocchio's Promise. This was released in 1986 by the Walt Disney Company distributor. I have an exact copy of it. But pretty soon Pinocchio will be in theaters in like an exact couple of days. No, not in theaters. I mean, it's going to be on Disney streaming, Disney Plus. If they don't want to just like to release Disney films in theaters anymore since during COVID. That sucks if you have to live through this crap today. And finally, before we close, here's the Disney's Wonderful World of Knowledge, Volume 1, Animals. And this was released in 1982. Originally, illustration was 1973. Take a look at Sabu as Mowgli in the original Jungle Book in 1942. Hey, Donald Duck over there. I see Lady in the Tramp character, Lady. Hey, the White Rabbit in Alice in Wonderland in the Treasure Cat. Yep. Sterling Holloway does the voice of Treasure Cat in Alice in Wonderland in 1951. This is when they showed some Disney nature live-action films during the 1950s. They don't make them like that anymore. And I think I see a character in The Sword and the Stone, Archimedes. Humphrey the Bear over there, yep, from the cartoon shorts back in the 50s. I like that park ranger that is voiced by Bill Thompson. Professor Ludwig von Drake, Paul Frees provided the voice during the 1960s on TV. And he has his aunt friend named Herman, an insect friend. Hey, there's Pluto. There's like the three kittens from the Silly Symphony short in the 1930s. And I'm going to show you the very last part of this book. And this is a photo picture of the kid who runs away to join the circus in Toby Tyler in 1960, played by Kevin Cochran. He was a Disney juvenile actor in the late 50s and the early 60s when he was in Old Yellow and the Shaggy Dog and Swiss Family Robinson. So that's included for this short update video for September 6, 2022. And I'll see you next time when I have some more stuff here for this update. You just take care, try to comment or subscribe or ring the bell if you like the video or not. Goodbye, folks, and I'll see you later. Bye.